Hi there, and welcome to THUNKABLE, the platform where anyone can build their own mobile apps. And yes, that does include you. Most tutorial videos are long and boring, and we definitely don't want to be like that, so I'm going to teach you the basics as quickly as possible. To get started, take out your Android or iOS device and go to the Google Play Store or App Store. Search for the THUNKABLE Live app. That's this guy right here. If you're downloading the THUNKABLE app on the Google Play Store, please keep in mind that you want to download the THUNKABLE Live app, not the other THUNKABLE app. Great. Now log into the THUNKABLE Live app using the same account you used to log into the website. On your computer, click the Live Test button. Now, when you make changes to your app on the computer, they will update on your mobile device in real time. Now you are ready to get started. Let me show you where everything is. This is the App Designer page. Here's where you design what your app looks like. First, we have the Components section. These are different components that you can add into your app. You can add buttons, additional screens, sounds, images, maps, you get the idea. When you add a component, it will show up here in the component tree. This section helps you organize everything. And on the right side, you can edit components. So if we want to make the background of the screen blue, we can just set the background color to blue, and voila, now you should have a blue screen. When you are done designing and ready to program your app to do something, click on the block sections right here. Now normally to build an app, you need to know how to code, and that looks like this. But on THUNKABLE, we've taken code and turned it into simple blocks. These blocks can be found over here. When you snap these blocks together, you are really connecting lines of code, and that's how you will program your app. To learn how to use the blocks, watch the next tutorial.
Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Tiandra.
And we're students here at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
Since coming to college, we realized that although high school prepared us for math, English, and science, it hadn't really taught us anything about a skill that's becoming increasingly important: programming.
In fact, most middle and high schools don't offer computer science classes at all. So, a team here at MIT's Center for Mobile Learning created a tool called MIT App Inventor that allows people of all ages and all levels of coding experience to learn the basics of programming.
App Inventor features a drag-and-drop programming interface that allows anybody to create mobile apps for Android devices.
Hi, I'm Shay Pokris, and I'm the Director of Education for MIT App Inventor. Traditional programming can be kind of intimidating because people often think of, oh, it's black and white text on the screen and I don't know what program do I want to program in, there are all these languages, and it can be hard to get started. But App Inventor lets you get right to the logic of programming.
Oh, hey Matt, how are you?
Hey, how's it going, Matt? Good to see you.
We're just gonna click on button 1. Button 1. Mouse. It's very exciting. Alright, so first you're gonna...
So what you're going to do is, you're going to click button 1.
Mobile devices are everywhere, and the discovery that you can customize that for yourself is pretty remarkable.
When someone takes a picture, it says, "Congratulations, you're beautiful." And then...
Congratulations, you're beautiful.
Yeah.
Should be all ready to go.
So, click. That's pretty cool, huh? Today, in our pockets, we carry around more computing power than NASA used to put a man on the moon. And now, you can harness that power using MIT App Inventor. Don't know how to get started? Click on the link below to create your first app. There are tons of tutorials that you can access across the web made by people from all over the world.
App Inventor is free and open to all, so check it out online and begin personalizing your mobile experience. Happy inventing!
Hello, and welcome to Kodjaler. Kodjaler is an online suite for mobile apps development. It mainly offers a free drag-and-drop Android app creator without coding. But it also gives service to a free alternative to Google Play Store and an extension ID. Now, let's get started with Kodjaler Creator. Time to click on Create Apps. First of all, you will need a Kodjaler account. You can get one by clicking on the Register button at the top right corner. Once you have finished the signup, you can log in with your details in this page. And here we are, at Kodular Creator. Now you can start creating projects. Let's call our first project, Hello World. You will now see an interface splitted it into 3 columns. These columns are called Components List, Phones Mock, and Properties Panel. The Components List contains all components that can be dragged into your app, like buttons or images. There are also component categories such as layout or monetization, with even more components. In the Phones Mock or Tablets Mock, you will see a preview of your app design. And finally, the Properties Panel. It contains all app settings, such as app name, app icon, theme colors, etc. I'll show you a little demo of these 3 panels working together. I can pick a button from Components List and drag it into Phones Mock. The app will now contain that same button after exporting it. I can customize it by changing its background color, size and inner text from the Properties panel. Quite cool, isn't it? It is super easy to design your app with Kodular Creator. Now, let me introduce the block section of Kodular. With Kodular, you won't have to write a single line of code. You will only have to join some blocks. These blocks, such as this one, are the app's internal logic. There are events, in yellow, triggered when something happens, methods, in purple, which perform a special action, and properties, in green, which can change your app's appearance dynamically. There are also some extra blocks which are not part of components. These blocks are the equivalent to Java's native functions. For example, they can perform logical comparisons, or operate mathematical expressions. These blocks can also declare variables, lists or new functions. Now that we understand how blocks work, let's finish our app. I will make use of the notifier component. This component is really useful, as can display notifications, dialogues and alerts to your users. In this case, I want to display an alert when a user clicks on button 1. I pick the Show Alert block and join it with the Event block. However, I have not set which text I want to display. To do so, I would have to go to Text Blocks and pick the first block. But there's a little trick. If you start typing text anywhere, you can automatically pick the block. It is a search block feature. And your app is ready. You can now export it as an APK file and share it with anyone. In my case, I want a QR code, so I pick that option. Wait a few seconds, and a dialog with the code and a download link will be shown. If you have any questions, doubts, or suggestions, feel free to ask them in our community. Let's enjoy Kodular.
Why do a website when you can create an app for your business for free? Yes, with Appypie.com, you can make an app as easy as pie. It only takes a few minutes. Simply choose a design template you like. Add the features you want. Once you are happy with the results, publish it to Google Play and iTunes so your clients can download your app. Go to Appypie.com and create your free app today.
Introducing ISTENCYL, the creators of StencilWorks. iStencil is an add-on package for StencilWorks, and it lets you use the same productive tool set to create games for your iPhone, iPad, iPod Touch, and the web, all without programming. iStencil games are native iOS apps with built-in box 2D physics. Your games will run at full speed and have unrestricted access to native APIs like the accelerometer and Game Center. Testing is quick and painless with the iOS simulator, and if you're using a PC, you can test your app in Flash or utilize the Stencil Builder service to test on your iOS device. When you're ready to publish, iStencil packages your game for submission to the App Store, where it can reach hundreds of millions of devices. You can start earning money right away with the integrated iAd support and support for an in-app purchasing system. iStencil has no restrictions for subscribers, collects no royalties, and adds no splash screens or watermarks. You have full control, and your creativity is the only limitation. So what are you waiting for? Try iStencil for free today and start finding the fun.